After a few calculations, Stacy, the nutrition director at Maury Elementary, proved that a universal breakfast in the classroom program is financially sustainable for her school. Now she's ready to talk logistics with a few key players. She knows that some of these stakeholders are resistant to change and might not entertain her well-researched recommendation. So, she prepares a communication plan that will help her lead and moderate an effective meeting. When tackling questions, comments, and concerns, Stacy will start by acknowledging the person's point of view, then respond with new facts that are relevant and meaningful to their statement. Next, she'll reframe the person's concern by offering a different perspective and use best practices from peers who have successfully implemented this program and faced its challenges. Finally, she'll solicit solutions from the concerned parties so that they feel like their ideas are being considered. Right away, the principal sets the tone for Stacy's meeting. She says that Maury already serves a third of its students with a traditional breakfast program and that there's no need to worry about kids being hungry at school. Remembering her persuasive points, Stacy responds by acknowledging that 1/3 of the students seems like a high percentage. Next, she responds with new facts. Even though Maury serves 1/3 of students, many more of them are eligible for free and reduced-priced meals. Most schools that offer universal breakfast in the classroom have 80% participation, and children who eat breakfast closer to test-taking time have higher math and reading scores than those who don't. Then, she reframes the concern with a new perspective by asking everyone in the room to imagine what would happen to student engagement if 80% of students ate immediately before they were expected to learn. Seeking out examples of success, Stacy mentions that the principal at Elmwood started the program last year and has seen a decrease in tardiness, absences, and visits to the nurse's office. Finally, she asks her principal what she thinks is the best way for Maury Elementary to experience the same results. Before she has a chance to answer, the third-grade teacher speaks up. He is feeling pressure for his students to perform well on state tests and is worried that if breakfast takes up 15 minutes of class, he'll lose more than an hour of instructional time per week. Stacy hears her colleagues' concerns and uses the 5-step approach to address it. She says she understands and that this program will help alleviate the pressure. Every year, administrators ask Stacy to serve breakfast for all students on the morning of big standardized tests because they know that children are less distracted when they're not hungry. Imagine if students experienced that kind of focus every single day. When interviewing teachers at Joe Mathias Elementary, Stacy found that they're happy to give up the first 15 minutes of the day because they gain hours of engaged learning in return. Before moving on, Stacy asks the third-grade teacher if he'd like to be connected with some of those teachers to exchange stories. Then, Maury's head custodian asks how she'd have the time to clean every single classroom, let alone milk spills from the carpets. Stacy responds with the same thoughtfulness and offers to work together in choosing menu items that make the smallest mess. She also mentions a breakfast in the classroom webinar in which a custodian at another school felt that the program required the same amount of work, just divvied up into different tasks. He no longer had to clean the cafeteria, and students followed protocol to consolidate trash and place it outside for quick pickup. Finally, Stacy offers to work with her staff to accommodate changes and suggests that they walk through the building together and make a list of custodial needs. Just as the meeting is wrapping up, the school nurse adds that she sees children with head and stomach aches every morning, most of whom are simply hungry. She thinks this will be a great program, but expresses one concern: food allergies. Stacy has found a number of ways that schools handle allergies when serving breakfast in the classroom and proposes a sidebar meeting to talk about the options. The nurse agrees, and when looking around the room, Stacy finds that each stakeholder is nodding too. Keeping their attention, answering their questions, and including them in the conversation led to this meeting's success.